I think that Obia is slow kakra or Ghana because of Enra update I had on Mohammed Kudus and the Brunei friend setback when ya a warning injury na Ghana for Jenny Kudus in connection with the World Cup. No, Tottenham so Kudus in connection with a more relegation battle or more facing. And if you that, and the West Ham airborne Wolves our Premier League name. West Ham at the 18th. Se omutimisha Wolves and na West Ham epia Tottenham Hotspur etu relegation. So we pay attention to the Premier League table. That is how crucial Tottenham situation here. Diediso Kudus Eba Premier League nimno. That time clubs are not more pay Kudus, including West Ham Okoboma was Brighton and Hove Albion. And there were even stories say he was closer to Brighton and Sana West Ham disika kakra do no more fano. That time no. Now Brighton and Hove Albion coach was Roberto De Zerbi. Enti De Zerbi no wa person who Kudus be ye adwuma ache. And when ya Kudus then now we're calling them France we're back to Tottenham hoping say this time around and Kobenya Kudus and na yejuma. They said a lot of Ghanaians are raising issues of Kudus. Yeah, expectations about him since our Premier League him and Obia current assessment they say as a still now and farman will Premier League him simply because clubs are wako managers or no my ejumano. None of them any who say affected the philosophy of how I could express on the ball. Very attacking, very expressive, a lot of movement. Obama crime one dribble and it's no mano. Enka the closest I could be in a coach I did say the way of bonny ball no ne or per flare near the end of the day. Roberto De Zerbi. But the coach also or trying to crack on and sana when ya Kudus is the nabo because yes Kudus as a setback now se ushe report na about Kudus prana a injuries miunu na he is dealing with ne hamstring no yeka hamstring yeka unai kukum ho sa ahoma na ewo ho no our problem with that. Then our problem with the quad muscles no. Ya quad muscles are unse cancer obi squatting. Enti o squatting na from onako komuno ene wo sre ne mienu ebesu sisi e ho na wo de kona wo de ba enti between baby a wo kotodwe ebu onako komuno ebesi sisi no that is where e ho na e no o quad muscles Kudus was problem now Kudus now about back all training no I can't claim like was starting about match and almost when you set back not with the hamstring no be no ne quad muscles one ne siremu ho in between the kotodwe ba ne sisi ho no ne siremu ho no there seems to be a problem now Tom Buckley or true story and say penalty no Kudus may even need a surgery. So they are watching no cry. Now, in the context of the Blackstars, fundamentally, say Osha Omono Mo GD say oh, ye team I had called the last World Cup in Qatar 2022. Say ye bet me and improving on your performance in Qatar 2022. I was a follow a certain trajectory. Say, your players I do call 2022 no, will now would have matured or may improving on more performance, and one key of them should be Kudus. Internet, so our players I do call Qatar 2022 crucial to your team today. Probably the maturity of Partey. Now, Partey Bobo say he is more relaxed and over. He has seen everything. I am very, very exposed. In between 2022, Samray, Bobo for Arsenal, he has improved a lot as a player in terms of the maturity. Maybe on the work rate, but the maturity there. And in the calmness there, Partey has improved on that. Who you on few players be say Jiku. Jiku today is better than Jiku of 2022. We may get Salisu. And clearly Salisu today is more calmer, better reader of the game than Salisu Amihuno in 2022.
How come is your problem?
Your big problem.
Because the referee says Salisu so
Bawaba, he's back. Now, player bit to say Kamal Suleiman Mona young massive improvement bia so what the total Qatar 2022 we may bank your hopes kaka on Enes Niama, who has also started kicking ball or your training gidi say on so be make ne return to Lyon, then possibly join our team to the World Cup. One crucial guy was Kudus. In fact, in Qatar 2022 he was carrying the team. Your team now was on the shoulders of the young man. And in the correct assessment of your Blackstars, this 2026 World Cup, as one of you can say, oh, if Kudus could carry the Blackstars 4 years ago, now with improved play, be said Antoine Semenyomono. So, Omube joining forces to Kudus and the similar improvement from 2022 to 2026 year. We should at least expect an improved performance from the Blackstars than they were in 2022. But Rich, we seems to be in a big problem with Kudus fitness. There are some things that say Obiniwa is easy to replace in terms of play and the profile. They also see on the ball. My memo example. Say nay, say I can say oh, at is again to me go walk up. Me yes sure say the concerns will be grave because we may get other goalkeepers who can easily come in and fit into Atizigi shoes. Benjamin Asari and Kwa will be better easily. Your right back, your center half, say me sure say the only player Ebema gana ni yema shine power will be Jiku. Say Jiku me a Blackstars in more. Or a big miss at the mind. Say Ukum Fifiwa. If Partey decide not to go for the World Cup, big miss at the mind. In the current dispensation, say Bibitu Antoine Semenyo, big miss at the mind. In sa category na team bia I want the big players as so many and co World Cup now. A big mix moment. Yeah, unfortunately, Kudus is in that category for Ghana. That is the reason why every Ghanaian
only a team
clearly
Kudus in the team.
Clearly. You see, and Kudus gives us a lot of things.
Who that play? Whether
on the wings, whether in the number 10 position, whether as a number 8. Even as a false 9, saying who say he was being used our ayas no. Kudus is very, very versatile in any dynamism. Be a person ye tricky and way. And in pumping our team in the last quarter on the pitch, me sure say there is someone who touches the ball, cools the ball down, and let other players run into positions and rest there, waiting for their moment than Kudus. In the current Blackstars, there is no player in tight spaces What do Gidi Ebechen say in this tight space? Obetimi a maneuver, obeti tie firimu e the ball na pie than Kudus. We've tried other players to do that. None of them. And etimi amayan sadie. Nti I think say a tasu say every Ghanaian are worried. Say Kudus potentially may not be fit for the World Cup. Now, me crowd the man worry no cost and say, Rich. Si enya Kudus mba. Me papa mu bear.
We have fit Kudus.
Me papa mu bear.
Oprache.
From January, since January.
Prache pa.
Since January, he has not on more match. And even if he's able to squeeze the fitness, na on Mekino with us to the World Cup, which type of Kudus, which standard of Kudus any benya at the World Cup, big blow. But Mamenka win that one. In my experience as Obi Amidi footballer, Chino, Rich, sometimes the bonifer adversaries etoa. There's always a room for a new hero. Rich, if you have a tea, even your Jumaya and go far be go. But it is when they were no more and the opportunity was given to us. And Obisu Timus, oh, okay. I'm not telling you so much. And se Bibi and Sia, you will not give opportunity to someone who could become the new hero. And to be there, me asa metino, me nyesa de ni say obi ni wa yentimi nyade. Someone must take up responsibility and say, I am the new hero. Say ye go World Cup, whether Kudus is fit or not. Anybody the Kudus situation will give him the opportunity to play must also elect himself as the new hero of the Blackstars.
I say I try him.
Rich, you see,
because you Blackstars games are branding Namubia. Obi or Tinche Hebia can say, you need player who could have in the mind. As a bono, I pataje no cross sideways and over back. And long be near say bono. You need, Kudus or not in the hold that play no. So then I can over carry players in it down or the pass that
you see why I disagree with that extreme analysis and then say,
okay.
Rich, in your current Blackstars team, amanye bi a yefemu bi a yan qualify ko AFCON, your abysmal performances in qualifiers, your friendly games bi a yaba yen so Kudus was part of the team. And how bad the Blackstars has looked in the past. Kudus was in that team. And it is a new betting as a generally. Without him, somebody can emerge as a hero. And you may never know. Rich, we can give you countless examples of a team that lose big players, others turn up, and they even do much better than the time I know more big players. The example of Paris Saint-Germain is fresh. A team that used to have Neymar, Messi, Sergio Ramos, Edison Cavani, Ibrahimovic, Kylian Mbappe, none of them could win a Champions League for them. They brought in Pacho, brought in João Neves, Vitinha, Doué, Bacola, Vicha. They won. Messi in adversary be able to was supposed to be which it gives an opportunity for someone to be the new hero. And the mentality of the other players are competing with Kudus in the positions should toughen themselves up and say, look, this may be my opportunity. Players like Christopher Bonzuba, Rich Argentina, this moment, Obebunu Bonfia say he can't take up the Kudus role. And then only
5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Probably because he has not shown that monster mentality. Say, yes,
but you buy a player.
But I kind of mentality, he needs to show it. Give it to me. Look, that is one thing I love about Enes Nyama. And I don't know whether it is the training from the Right to Dream one they are. And we progressing development to Nigel and Nidia. Look at Calibrinchi. How many minutes now also in the Blackstars for everybody to know say this guy want a position in the team. How many minutes? And he was not even played in his favorite position.
Yeah.
But
the ball out of position, but ball out to Abraham.
Yeah. Excuse my words. But he got one opportunity, some few minutes. I feel Obo give me just say, now Benty Beni, Yamanimbo, and Tamanimbo Bobby. Yes, I didn't be. And I think it will be the work of the new coach, however. He should be able to tell players, which they could easily slot in the Kudus position and give them mentality and say, look, I am looking for the new hero. It could be you. Let me see that in you. And it has worked throughout life. Big companies, multi-million companies, rich, Ebimutimi started. They hit a snag. Someone comes out of it and say, this is how we will move. Read the story of Apple Money Ademo. And see, for me, it's an opportunity for being so and not a dead end. Say, Kudus and you change Ajosa, you change Ajosa. We will use the same platform to tell the other players to say, this is your time.
Before we move to our next discussions, would you say now that's a story, no? Likely Biani and Brandon will walk up. You're planning live with him.
Oh, Uchu Mutaya. You see, that is where probably again you go back na wa punch you to kakra. Because Rich, it seems that your Blackstars your OCCA. Players like Pate, players like Kudus, players like Jordan, who are very, very crucial. We've not seen a Blackstars strategically was setting itself up to say this is the plan B without these players.
Okay.
And see, because
it seems as you enjoyed a new replacement, my brand.
We've not practically seen it. But any serious team would have now given you a hint to say, oh, we've seen this guy also in that role before. And Bibiade the Pefe said we were prepping him for times like this. Now, look at in the absence of Kudus, the players are more opportunities and tell me if any of them who are anymore. You call Asia. Anytime Bia na where squad profile na the backup number 10 was Prince Owusu of Mediama. Which any Prince Owusu of Mediama. You can't just say you call cap or na ye de opportunities man. Say in case ye nya Kudus a omba ojide onimo. Big problem. Mohammed have bobo. Nobody has been consistent. You who said the role number Christopher. You who said the role number Abia Augustine Boache. You who said introduce Obisa Frank J. Jr. You who said the role number some promising person bia. You did GDA bia senimu. Obia who said, the coach ye the person catch and say in the absence of way never. That is a problem. Especially for a Blackstars team in transition. Rich, when you are in transition, Bibia must be developmental. Try new things. Build the future of the team. And if any team build, let Obia have a chance. And Kasami, we've gone past that topic. And we know clearly, Yanim say, we and Ebabe Jumano. But, and actually, still there's an opportunity for someone to step up and say, I can do the job.
Shadrakin, I say, I beg to differ. Thomas Partey will not be a big mix. His performance has dipped lately.
Okay, in your opinion, I respect it. But, Rich, you are now Austria.
Partey, And then no doubt.
No problem.
Ultimate nature.
No problem. But
Branson, so you don't know about party is party.
In the context of the Blasters,
Party there.
There is no central midfielder.
Maturity pass here, the body.
Obi Ambeno.
Oh,
you may have your reservations.
I think that stereotype way as in I say party back Ghana as a born as a bobo obi create because or bobo na say who's born as a fire don't persuade them na probably no the na boom git I mean probably be as I then out of with him but party no se party jibo I mean see your course and dem no be anwi se party jibo no what you say this is a senior player
Rich
is matured
in the last 5-6 years. Catch me which Blasters performance are so any our party is not involved in that. See Blasters is si form our party in count.
You call Nigeria. That goal no say any call.
Exactly. Any good performance of the Blasters recently has party right in there. Yes, Obia or opportunity to share any opinion, but I disagree with Sade and the Pakonika. So Ghana miss a party for this World Cup. It is one of our big miss. See Nyana Anfankwa. Rich.
Yeah, I am going to message them in the Binafi and quite him. Obi Bisasa, where is Afina Jan? Afina Jan, where?
Oh, he's playing.